So I was recently asked what I eat on a daily basis on the vegetarian plan for Nutrisystem. Do I just eat what they send me, or do I fill in with my own foods? So I'm going to answer that question today. As you can see, these are the foods that Nutrisystem sends. I actually get to choose what I want, and these are some of my favorites. So for breakfast, this is the plan. For breakfast, I have a Nutrisystem entree, a dairy or protein, and a fruit. So for breakfast, my favorite right now is the apple cinnamon oatmeal. I get to mix in a fruit if I want, so I mix in an apple and warm that up, sprinkle it with some cinnamon. It's fantastic. And that leaves me with a dairy or protein, which I will show you in just a few minutes what I add into that. There's also a morning snack of a dairy or protein that we provide. This is, again, the vegetarian plan. Not all the plans have a morning snack. Lunch, there's a Nutrisystem lunch entree. I usually do a fudge graham bar. I'm all about the chocolate, and I'm also a creature of habit. When I find something I like, I usually stick with it. In a 28-day food ordering, I'll probably order 20 of them. So I also throw in a dairy or protein, 2 vegetables, and you're also allowed 2 tablespoons of fat-free dressing if you want to turn that into a salad. The afternoon snack would be a dairy or protein and a fruit, which I provide, and I'll show you again in a minute. And then for dinner, a Nutrisystem entree. This is one of my favorites right now, the Italian herb flatbread pizza. Caitlin likes to eat it like a Lunchable, just right out of the box. I haven't done that. I wasn't really into the Lunchable thing. So I have warmed it up in the microwave. It's okay, but I like my crust kind of crunchy. So I follow the directions on the back. It tells you to cook it for 5 minutes. I cook it for 10. Makes it perfect for my taste. Dinner, you also add a fruit or a vegetable, 2 more vegetables, and they allow you 2 tablespoons of dressing, again, if you want to have a salad, and a fat. I usually save my fat and I eat it with my dessert, and I'll show you in a minute what I usually have. And then a dessert, a Nutrisystem dessert entree. This is one of my favorites right now. It's a peppermint cookie patty. It's kind of like a York peppermint patty with a little bit of cookie in it. It's so yummy, and usually what I go for. So I'm going to start with the vegetables. I don't always get all of these every shopping trip, but I do get a good amount of it. There's 6 of us in the house. 3 of us are strict vegetarians. The other 3 don't eat meat very often, so I get a lot of fruit and vegetables. I kind of make my own salad mix. I like classic iceberg salad mix, although iceberg doesn't have a lot of nutrients in it. It's mostly water, but I still like to get it for the crunch. So I get that and a bag of fresh spinach and some turnip greens. The turnip greens are new. We were doing romaine hearts, but they're getting a little too expensive for my budget with 6 people eating salad every day. So I turned to the turnip greens last week, and if I chop them up, people really like them. So I'll take a full bag of this, of the iceberg, and I'll take half the bag of fresh spinach and chop it a little bit, and about 1/3 of this bag of turnip greens, and I toss it, and I keep it in the fridge in a big Tupperware bowl. It's called a Vatsa bowl, and we probably go through that bowl in about 2 days, the 6 of us. I always top my salad with cucumber. This is my favorite vegetable in the whole wide world. I'll, on a good day, eat a whole one. Most of the time, about half. I'll eat them just in slices, or I'll chop them up into little cubes and put it on top of my salad for more crunch. I always top my salad with 1 romaine tomato and some green pepper. If you read my story over Valentine's Day, you know the green pepper story. Still scares the heck out of me. Everything I've shown you so far in the vegetables are unlimited. You can eat as many as you want. So if you're hungry in the middle of the day, you can just grab some of these. I always top my salad with some onion. I almost always buy cut broccoli too. Kate and I, if you let us, will eat a whole bag at dinner. but I try to make us share one. And then Caitlin absolutely loves baby carrots. She brings baby carrots in a container with some fat-free dressing, and she has that as her snack at school. Baby carrots are limited. You measure them, but considering the rest of your vegetables are unlimited and they have you eat, what is it, 2 to 3 of them with dinner, it's easily workable. And I love mushrooms too. I'll saute some mushrooms with some onions, and I'll have them either mixed in with my eggs or on the side of my eggs in the morning. Yummy. A couple of the protein sources that we have for us as vegetarians. Kate and I like to make a taco salad. We don't use chips, we use a bed of lettuce, and then we get some of this, we call it boca meat, obviously, it's Morningstar. We mix it with some taco seasoning. You can use this as one of your proteins, and sometimes we'll save our morning protein and we'll use cheese on top of it. I know I'm probably not making any sense. We also like the chicken patties from Morningstar. Caitlin likes to cut those up and put them up on her salad. And there's also the chicken strips. We'll work those into some of our stir fries. They're fantastic. I eat the Light and Fit in the morning as my protein source a lot of days, or 1 egg. Here's another protein source that Caitlin loves. This isn't the low-fat variety, but it's been working for us. Caitlin's pretty picky about her cheeses, so we're sticking with it. And on a very active day, we might toss in some pretzels. You get about 14 pretzels and 7 cheese cubes, and we cut the cubes in half, and we have a piece of cheese with every pretzel. It's yummy. Our milk source, we've gone to almond milk. There's only 40 calories in a serving of almond milk, so we go through about 4 to 6 of these a week with our family of 6. There's the fat-free dressing. Coffee mate. It's not really on the plan, but I do it anyways because I have to have my coffee. I've tried the fat-free variety and I can't stand it, so I just make sure I don't have very much of it. As far as more of the dairy or protein, most of our proteins are dairy, except for the Boca. But on another day, if I don't want to have this with my pretzels, then I'll have Laughing Cow with my pretzels. There's some cheese. Caitlin likes to sprinkle that on her salad as her protein for the day. Pistachios. You can have 14 pistachios, and it's considered a fat. I usually have that at the end of the day while we're watching television and I'm unwinding. I'm sure I'm overwhelming you. I'm overwhelmed too. A lot of the fruits that I buy every week, oranges, some, what are these, sweeties? I don't even know what they're called, but the kids love them. Caitlin loves the natural applesauce. She has that, and she sprinkles cinnamon on top. She said she definitely can tell that the cinnamon is suppressing her appetite, so I say go for it. Strawberries. Caitlin likes to have these in the morning with her yogurt, or she'll save a fruit at the end of the day. And one of the Nutrisystem desserts is chocolate pudding. She'll dip her strawberries in the chocolate pudding. It's delicious. Apples. I told you I put apples in my oatmeal. I have a spiraler. I'll spiral an apple and cut it up into pieces, and I'll sprinkle cinnamon and some Truvia on it, and I'll put it in the microwave for about 45 seconds. It tastes like the inside of an apple pie. And for a fat, we'll do a little bit of a cool flight. Yummy. Bananas. I like to put bananas in my yogurt or just eat them plain. Of course, the babies like peanut butter and banana, but anyways, at the end of the day, I'll save one of my fruits, and sometimes I'll get a cup of triple berries and sprinkle some Truvia on it again, and a little bit of Cool Whip. Fantastic dessert. And I showed you last week, Caitlin likes to make her strawberry shakes. We do a serving of fruit and a serving of milk and a couple packets of Truvia. Again, we love this stuff. And a teaspoon of vanilla, and you process it, put it in a blender, and you have a nice smoothie. So, I mean, you get a small glimpse of some of the items that you can buy to fill in. You don't have to buy all of these, but like I said, there's a family of 6 here that I'm feeding, and not everybody likes the same thing. So this is generally what I buy every week. Yeah, you see my Diet Coke over there, yum. But anyways, I hope that answers your questions, and I think I'm going to add a questionnaire at the bottom. If you decide that you have a question that I haven't answered yet, go ahead and fill that out. In my next video, I'll be answering everyone's questions. Thanks.